working with Mo, my score was stuck in the mid to high 1200s range. I took a PSAT in 8th grade and scored 1250. I took a PSAT junior year and scored 1250, and I scored 1280 on my first SAT. So 3 tests and my score went nowhere. Before working with Mo, I had tried College Board books and erin's books. I had also done some online work through the Khan Academy site. Basically, everything they offer, and none of it helped. My experience with Mo was really different than anything I'd experienced before because I never had a one-on-one tutor. I was always taught in a classroom setting where they teach all 30 kids at once. Working with Mo was much more individual and personalized, and I liked it a lot.
It was amazing. Even from the first session, Mo didn't just give her a test and say, let's see how you answered and let me tell you some strategies for taking it. He really got inside of her head, and even at the first meeting when we were kind of interviewing him to be a tutor, he sat her down and said, please explain to me why you answered this question this way. Every step of the way, he constantly was reevaluating how she was answering, why she was missing things, and able to use that information to really help her learn how to master the test.
Mo went the extra mile basically by always checking up. He texted me every night, he called me every night, he would text me sometimes at 4 a.m. to remind me what I was supposed to do and make sure I was doing it. He sent me good luck texts. He made sure I didn't have any questions and went over them with me if I did. All of that really benefited me because it gave me the structure and the motivation I needed to continue.
On so many occasions, Mo really went above and beyond with his tutoring of erin. He really seemed to care about her. He was motivating and encouraging. As you can imagine, with scores that stayed the same for literally 3 years, he really encouraged her and made sure that she did not give up on herself. He went the extra mile on so many occasions.
I personally chose to work with Mo because I was very serious about getting my score to improve. I wanted that for myself and for my college applications. But as far as for anybody else, I would choose Mo because he's a coach. He wasn't just a tutor or just a teacher. He didn't just spit information at me and hope I passed the next test. He worked with me until I passed the next test. He constantly reviewed and went over things with me. He taught me new things as well as touched up on things I had forgotten a little bit. He was really there as just a supporter and a teacher.
I would recommend that any parent choose Mo as a tutor for their child, mainly because he really did go the extra mile. He wasn't just a tutor. He cared about erin and he cared about improving her scores and helping her achieve her goals. It really is an investment in your child's future, and that's what we all want for our kids. We want them to do their best and have the opportunity to succeed. And by choosing Mo, you're really, really giving them that chance.
As I mentioned before, I was stuck in the 1250 range, and by the time I was finished with Mo, I scored a 1520, so I had a 270 point increase, which puts me where I needed to be to apply to the colleges. I was finally getting what the top schools are recommending as their average SAT score.
Higher than Columbia's. Well, I personally did not do any better on the test. I was very frustrated. My daughter had great results from working with Mo. After so many frustrating attempts at the SAT, she finally got the score she had been hoping for. She achieved a 1520. Her goal had been, I think, a 1500. At 1520, she is now able to feel competitive when she fills out her applications for some of the top schools and her top choices.